What up? How the devil are you? Today I want to talk about 3 film photography rules, trends, or whatever you want to call it, and why you should immediately break them. Because rules are for squares, and you're not a square, are you? I am going to be a terrible influence in this video. I'm going to be like that older cousin you had when you were a kid who was like, "Here, mate, have you heard of these things called cigarettes?" Alright, numero uno. Only shooting things that look artsy or cool. If you put the words film photography into the search bar of Instagram, you will likely see a lot of very similar looking photos coming up first. There is, how do I word this, a preconception of what modern film photography entails subject-wise. We're talking gas stations at night. We're talking portraits with seemingly unnecessary nudity. And I often see film photographers falling into this trap of thinking that in order to shoot on film, you have to be really cool and creative and really love the band Turnstile. And you can get in this really vicious cycle of either shooting stuff that you don't give a shit about or just not shooting anything at all because you don't feel like it's a good enough thing to shoot and that your ideas aren't creative enough. And there are plenty of people on the internet who will gatekeep film photography, who will happily tell you that because they seem to think that by shooting film it somehow makes their eggplant emoji a few inches bigger, if you know what I'm saying. And you need to just ignore these people and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just enjoy yourself, have a nice time. Number 2, you have to develop your own film or you're not a real film photographer. If I had £1 for every time someone snarkily asked me if I developed my own film, I would have enough money for one full roll of Portra 800. We're talking like the 36 exposure roll here, so that is a lot of money. In an ideal world, I would develop every roll of film that I shot myself and I would scan it myself. But I'm also running a business and I have a workflow to think about. And if I spend full days scanning and developing film, then that massively affects the amount of work that I can do, and at the end of the month I have bills to pay. So for me, developing my own film just doesn't fit my current workflow needs right now. Does that make me less of a film photographer in some people's eyes? Yes. Do I give a f***? No! You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. Find what works for your workflow and do that. Number 3, always buying the best gear. Is the Olympus Mewtwo a great point and shoot camera? Yes. Would I swap a semi-vital organ from my own body for a Mamiya 7 with a lifetime warranty? Yeah, absolutely. Did I spend way too much money at the start of my film photography journey buying things that people online told me would make me a better photographer that didn't really help me at all? Yeah, 100%. Just because people tell you should buy things doesn't mean that you should buy them. People usually have an agenda of some sort. There is a prestige to certain cameras and brands, just like anything else in life. People love to flex and show you how great they are, and what better way to do that than walking around on your family vacation with a Leica M6? But that isn't going to make you a better photographer. That's just going to make me jealous that you have a Leica. And I want one. The point here being, buy what you can buy and stop comparing it to what other people have. Comparison is the thief of joy. Often the high-end gear isn't what's making the difference anyway. And there we have it. Go break some rules, you little rebel you. Walk on the grass even if the sign says you can't. Steal those little bottles of shampoo as you're leaving the hotel. We've all done it. We've all done it. And ignore that little neck-bearded weirdo on Reddit who gets really upset when anyone pulls the shutter on any camera that isn't a Hasselblad. He's never gonna find true love. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, then make sure you like it, consider subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. We'll be carrying on with all the film photography videos from the trip to America next. I just wanted to throw this little video in as a little break in the middle, as much for my own sanity as yours, to be honest. But it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're well, hope the family is well, hope your dog is well. Please, a little scratch behind the ears from me, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Peace.